Things are gonna get crazy.
Most everyone's mad here.
We are a part of a time on a tradition of timing and precision. Your finest two musicians are top notch as we hopscotch the competition. The clock is talking and ticking a rocket this Calvin rhythm. Now watch as people drop their dollars and pesos. We do this all day, every day. So dame un beso, give me a kiss. Mwah. Be right back. Now watch this. Hey, welcome everyone to AniMat's Crazy Cartoon Cast. How are we all doing today? And as you can see, well, I'm pretty much dressed up as Vivo because, well, we just passed Halloween, and even though as it is the day before I am recording this, or the day that I am recording this, actually, it is the day after Halloween, but I figured, you know what, it's still close enough. Let's still have a little bit of a tiny bit of a Halloween celebration. And in order to have a bit of a Halloween party and a bit of a Halloween celebration, I decided, why the fridge not? Let's go ahead and actually have a special guest with me. And by the way, and also I just want to say thank you so much to GornZX55 for the little subscription there. And I was supposed to have one guest scheduled for this, but unfortunately at the last minute, they decided to bail out because they realized they have something to do today. So that sucked. But there was one person that I did manage to get on board. She is always reliable on this. What the fridge? Why do I have more subscriptions going on? Thank you, J Monty 1025 for the subscription right there. Anyone else want to subscribe? I just want to make sure. No? Okay, anyways, yes. This is someone who has appeared again and again on this podcast, and she's always a blast to have in here. So I figured, why the fridge not? Let's bring her back on board for this special occasion. Please welcome back to AniMat's Crazy Cartoon Cast, Devon! Devon, how are you? Hold on a sec. Oh, fudge.
No.
No, it's okay. It's just something with my Stream Deck. I just need to reset up. Okay, I have to do it manually to click back to you and then like back to the thing. But don't worry, it's not like a major technical difficulty. Anyways, how are you doing, Devon?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm gonna be like, hey, I went through my Halloween. I only had 5 trick-or-treaters. I was kind of heartbroken. I'm like, God damn it. Halloween! Well, I didn't dress up as a witch, unfortunately. I mean, I would have scared the children away instead of having them come.
Fair enough. I mean, like, you gotta figure out that, you know, we are still in a pandemic, technically. I mean, yes, I know Halloween is the time where kids can go trick-or-treating, but this is also the time where anti-vaxxers would go and give kids deadly viruses like COVID. So, you know, you don't want to risk that a little bit, you know?
That is true. I mean, I can't say too much. I'm just like, I was hiding in my house. Let's forget this. I'm like, I'm not social enough. Leave me in my house.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, most people celebrated Halloween the same way you did. And I mean, you got extra candy, am I right?
That is true.
There you go. All right, so now that we do have that done and out with, Devon, I would like to go and ask you, are you ready for today's episode of AniMat's Crazy Cartoon Cast?
Yes, and emphasis on the crazy, because I'm right here.
Of course. Hold on a sec. I just want to double check. There we go. Wow, that's the longest delay that I've ever had for my soundboard. Anyways, Chadwell, are you ready for today's episode of AniMat's Crazy Cartoon Cast? I want to hear it from you. Are you all prepared now? Let's see. Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. That is great to hear that people are prepared, especially for this episode, considering we got a real special one. So with all that said and done, it is now time that we are going to go and get this one started. And with the first story that I have over here, we actually got a whole bunch of trailers that we're gonna get through. And the first one, Devon, I just want to ask, did you expect Pixar to release this trailer early?
No. Truthfully, no. I was not expecting it, but knowing Pixar and how quickly they can do their work, yeah, it does make sense, actually.
All right. Well, then again, it is true, like, we are pretty much at the point where we're getting closer and closer to the release of Encanto, so probably around that time, that's when Pixar would release their the trailers for their summer movies. So I guess it is supposed to be expected, but nobody was prepared to witness what we are about to see. So with that said, let us go ahead and check out the trailer for the next Pixar movie, or one of the next Pixar movies that is coming out next year, Lightyear.
Okay, status. Booster, go. GNC, go. Vital, go. Guidance, go, bud.
Cabin pressurization is underway.
As we prepare for ignition. Flight recorders are on. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
There's a star waiting in the sky. We'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a star waiting in the sky. He's told us not to go. Now it's always people. Let the children use it. Let the children use it. Let all the children boogie.
To infinity
And that was Lightyear. Yes, the movie that will be starring Buzz Lightyear in his own major adventure that is going to be coming out in the summer of 2022. Now, Devon, I would like to go and ask, what do you think about what we've just seen with this teaser trailer? By the way, that's another thing I want to emphasize, that it is in fact a teaser trailer and not like a full official trailer.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's so funny because I didn't grow up with like the Buzz Lightyear Star Command show. So for me, I was kind of going in a weird way, kind of blind, because I love the Toy Story movies, but I wasn't really active in the, hey, this is the Buzz Lightyear show and any of the other major shorts and videos like that, I guess. So I was kind of intrigued by it. I'm actually excited to see it. I think it would be fun. That's how I felt. Like, it's fun and I'm excited for it. And it's Pixar. I mean, Pixar has very rarely done wrong for me. And I'm not going there, by the way. I am not going there.
Which direction are you talking about? Because there might be a few.
Hey. You should know the movie I really don't like.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to bring that up because I know it's going to spark chaos amongst the chat wall and in the comment section. So I'm not even going to bother.
Exactly.
You know, honestly, in my mind, I was thinking you're going in the direction of like either like the Cars movies or something like that.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
That's just my point. And I've already sparked the chaos of all the people I know, so.
Yeah, that is true.
Including you.
Yeah, I think that's actually one of our first interactions, actually. Like one of the first times we talked about it was discussing about that movie, and I guess like the friendship kind of bloomed from there.
It was more Sleeping Beauty. Don't you be lying about that. It was Sleeping Beauty first.
I said one of the first, not the first.
Okay, one of the first. I will give you that.
There you go. I know what I said.
Whatever.
But we're getting pretty sidetracked. Going back to Lightyear, I remember I did watch the series Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Like I remember I actually had the VHS of like the pilot movie per se, the one with Tim Allen, and then watched some of the episodes, and it was a fun show. But I mean, it wasn't like the most memorable show of my childhood, but I do remember that it was fun. And I do recall even seeing, that's probably the only backlash that I've seen from this trailer. It's just there are some people that are a little upset of the fact that this will not be connected to the series whatsoever, that they're kind of retconning Buzz Lightyear's origins in favor of creating a whole new one with this movie altogether. But then again, I guess it is kind of to be expected, especially when we've heard a lot of stories that apparently behind the scenes at Pixar, they're not relatively major fans of Buzz Lightyear or Star Command. So, like, I mean, in this day and age where we've seen a lot of reboots and remakes where they would go and retcon a lot of like old concepts, and especially for something like Buzz Lightyear, a Star Command, which is real, like for the most part, mostly popular with just like the nostalgic crowd. Like even kids nowadays are they probably never heard of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command anyways. Even if you would find that on Disney Plus, it's not necessarily the most popular contribution to the Toy Story films.
See, that's kind of my point. Like, I do understand. Like, it's funny. I did not grow up with it, and I think it's just because at the time I did not have like Toon Disney or any of those extra Disney channels that were kind of like you had to pay more in order to get them because my mom wasn't willing to do that. I mainly grew up with Disney Channel, so that's kind of where I grew up. I didn't have any of the other, and I just didn't watch like one Saturday morning either. I don't think. I barely remember it, so I probably was too young or I just didn't understand. But it just did not hit my radar as a kid the way the original movies did. But then again, I watched those movies a lot with my mom, so my mom really loved those movies. So
yeah. And just to clarify, apparently some people are saying that Buzz Lightyear Star Command is not even on Disney Plus. So there
really?
you go. Yeah, apparently. I mean that, like, I could be wrong, but yeah, but still, the point is that yeah, not many people, like, there's only like a very niche crowd that has that strong connection of Buzz Lightyear or Star Command. But with that said, though, looking at this trailer, like, holy crap, that honestly blows my mind. Like, I would, like, beforehand, I will admit that I was pretty curious and I was a little more optimistic than most others, because a lot of people thought that, oh, this is stupid, this is just another Toy Story movie, Disney trying to cash in on another one instead of making like a Toy Story 5 or whatever. But then suddenly the trailer came out, and for the most part, from what I've seen, it really did blow people's minds. Like, I've even heard some people even say that they were disappointed about the trailer because they wanted to come in hating it, but they can't, because they really, like, at least in terms of the teaser trailer that they've built it up very, very well. And even at that, I am honestly down with the concept that they have actually built up with this movie, because technically the whole idea of it is very simple. It's basically, imagine if you are in the world of Toy Story, and if Buzz Lightyear, the toy, is actually based on this really awesome action-packed movie, and that is the action-packed movie that we are going to see, which is why we do see a lot of familiar elements from Toy Story that have been adapted to look more realistic, not just with Buzz himself, but even like a whole bunch of different elements and little references have been present amongst the Toy Story movies, like some of Emperor Zurg's robots that we have seen. Even the spaceship itself is meant to be reminiscent to the box that Buzz Lightyear actually comes in.
Yeah, I probably didn't catch that, and it's been too long since I've seen these movies. So no wonder I didn't catch that, but I think that's cool. I mean, honestly, like for me, I'm just like, hey, I'm just excited that Pixar's doing another movie for me. But that's just a personal thing. I'm like, you know what I mean? I guess I'm just more like, hey, I'm excited that this is even happening.
Well,
I didn't have bias either way, really.
Well, funny enough, they are going to be releasing 2 next year, like this one, and there's also the Turning Red movie. You know, the one with the girl turns into a giant red panda whenever she gets excited?
Yes, I knew about that one.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
But it's funny how you do mention that, like, you don't even, like, notice any of the references. And I don't actually blame you, because the thing is with this trailer, and what I probably admire the most about it, is that nothing about this feels like a legitimate Toy Story movie. Like, this isn't something that is trying to be just another Toy Story thing or whatever. It really is just trying to be its own type of movie. It really is Pixar going into like this entirely new field, like in this entire new realm. Like this doesn't feel, this doesn't feel like a Pixar movie or any of the other films that they've done, like the Toy Story films. For me, I feel like the tone of it all, it kind of feels more reminiscent to some of the recent space movies that we've gotten. Like this reminds me a lot of like Gravity or The Martian. Like it feels like it goes into that realm where it does take itself seriously, and in terms of the tone and the colors, like and especially with the space theming, it really does have that feeling that it is supposed to be the kind that's taking itself seriously more so than your typical family-friendly animated feature.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen Gravity once, but space movies aren't usually my thing. I wasn't really into it growing up either. I mean, Toy Story was just kind of I don't even want to call it an exception because it's really not. So
No, it's not. It has
really
Buzz
not.
Lightyear. I mean, like, Toy Story is as much of a space movie as much as it is like a Western.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Toy Story was always kind of, it's about these toys. I mean, if you wanted a whole movie about the TV shows, like, you know how, like, every toy has, like, a TV show of some sort, or people will come up with toys before the show, or whatever. That's kind of what I always think of Toy Story for that. Not so much, like, it's a Western, or it's this, or this. But maybe that's just me. I was just never into the space thing, but it's awesome.
Yeah, like with this trailer, does it actually, like, outside of the fact that it is from Pixar, does it actually intrigue you to see it?
I probably will see it, yes. I think it's a weird. For me, I'm just excited that Pixar is doing another movie, and maybe if it's really good, I'll definitely go see it, but I don't know if it's going to be the first thing I'm going to go see, kind of thing. I think that's how I feel about it overall.
So it's like it's not a high priority.
No.
Actually, it does bring up a very interesting question. If that is the case, then which one are you more excited to see next year, Turning Red or Lightyear?
Probably Turning Red, just because it's more original, and I'm just more intrigued by the premise of that one than I was of Lightyear. And maybe that's just, again, I wasn't into space stuff, and I didn't watch the Buzz Lightyear Star Command show either, so it's not like I had background either way. Like, if I would have been maybe an avid fan of that and wanted to see it out of pure curiosity, that would have been different. But maybe it's just because it's just I don't really care for space movies very much, and I like Pixar's movies a lot for the most part, but it's not going to be a high priority. I think I would rather see Turning Red, but that's just me.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, for me, I'm excited for both. And I mean, I'm a major Toy Story fan. I would probably be a little bit more the opposite. Like, I want to see both of them for sure. They're definitely high on my anticipated animated films of 2022 list. But I would probably be a little bit more for Lightyear than Turning Red. Mainly because of, like, well, this trailer definitely was a big helper, but also I have been a longtime Toy Story fan. I love all the movies. I even consider the fourth one as good as the previous three. So in terms of that, I'm definitely excited to see this new direction that they are going to take with Lightyear, and see like what would be well, this might be a bit of a hot take, but the true origins of Buzz Lightyear. So that'll be exciting to check out. And also, I just want to add, like one more thing to mention, and I want to know your thoughts on this, because this was a little bit of a meme that I saw the internet was freaking out about. Okay. How do you feel about seeing Buzz Lightyear with hair?
I was like, okay, what? I guess for me, I was just more bewildered than like had it thought about. I didn't think about it. It's just, it kind of went over my head of hair. I'm sorry. That was bad. You can punish me for that joke later.
All right, good.
I just didn't think about it, to be honest. Like, some people are going to notice that stuff. That's not the kind of movie watcher I am. And my mom used to make fun of me because she would notice the small little details, and here I'm looking at her like, what in the hell are you talking about? I mean, okay, here's a story for you. I do actively adore the Toy Story movies. I do. And considering I was born one-handed, the hand joke was the best joke of the whole damn first movie. That's still my favorite joke from that movie. I digress. The second movie was my ultimate favorite. I rewatched that one so many times, I think I almost wore out the tape. And then the third and the fourth, I really liked them both. But the second's always going to be my favorite. So.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'll be like, hey, I can give a hand. Isn't that great?
Oh, ha ha.
Hey, watch out. I am going to give a hand. See?
Oh, wow. You really have to go as far as twisted, didn't you?
Yes, I did. See? I'm handy now.
Oh, hooray. I just noticed that with your hand. So is it only your thumb that moves on that thing?
Yeah, it's only the thumb.
Oh, wow. It's like only... Yeah, it's like only now that I notice, it's like the two fingers, like you got the two fingers on the left that are down, then the two fingers on the right they're holding up, and like you got an abnormally large thumb.
Yeah.
Like you might like at that point you might as well go and just grab like a mechanical claw.
Hi. The claw.
The claw.
I couldn't resist that joke. I'm sorry.
Of course. Oh god, and you even got oh crap. Now you even got you got the whole chat wall like just throwing in a bunch of hand jokes. Like,
I win.
Seriously, like the chat wall now is infested with just a bunch of hand puns.
I win.
What did you win?
I win handy puns.
Yay, you win. What?
See? Nub. Hand.
Oh, hooray. Maybe bringing you on board wasn't such a great idea after all.
You asked me.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It is my sin. It is my punishment.
I win.
Is this going to be your quote throughout the whole thing? Is just, I win.
Yeah.
All right, our next story is I win.
Do you want a hand?
No, thanks. I'm good. I am good. I don't need a hand anymore. The chat wall has provided me with many hands because of you.
Your face is all red now because of this.
It's also because of the ascot. I might have put in a little bit tight.
Ah, you look like a freak.
Oh, now you say that. After it's been like more than it's already been like around 25 minutes, and now you tell me I'm a freak.
Yep.
Oh wow, you save it for the best time, didn't you?
Yes.
All right, but anyways, I will say, in terms of the Lightyear trailer, yes, I am totally excited. It looks amazing, and just like some of the little things that they do show, it definitely does get me hyped up to know a little bit more about what this is going to be all about. So yeah, I think the trailer definitely did its job extremely well, and I'm definitely excited to go and check this movie out. You, Devon?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see it. I just hope there's more hand jokes in that, because that I may be sold on.
Highly doubtful, because I mean, Buzz Lightyear is no longer a toy; he's a human.
I know, but that would have been a dark twist on that movie, actually.
That would. I mean, actually, you know, the funny thing is that's also another meme that I'm starting to see, is that there's gonna be a sequel, and it's gonna be called Nesbit.
Oh god, this is Nesbit.
I am. This is Nesbit.
You know, okay, to be fair, when I was in high school, I decided to mess with my friends by, taking off the hand the way I did. And I gave it to my gym teacher. She was trying to set up the boombox, and my teacher literally thought she was asking, like, my friends went to ask, would you like a hand? And she thought it was, oh, do you need help? And she's like, no. And I said, no, really, would you like a hand? And she screamed, the boombox was on, and the whole gym was looking at me like, what just happened?
What did you do?
My friends and I are dying laughing so hard, and I became the rumor of the day.
Oh, joy. All right, so with that said, I would like to go into the chat wall, and I would like to ask you all, what do you think about the trailer of Lightyear? Did you guys enjoy that movie? Did you guys enjoy the teaser trailer? Are you excited to check it out? Are there any doubts or questions you would like to know about Lightyear? Let me know what you think about it. And I need to take off the gloves because they're starting to get sweaty, and it's hard to really control anything with these. So, there we are. All right. Much better. All right. Let's see what we got here. I will say that this is interesting. Basically, Pixar in space. And as for people not liking that it's not connected to the cartoon, as the writer of the new Aquaman cartoon said it best on Twitter, Lightyear is a fictional movie in the Toy Story universe, and Buzz Lightyear, a Star Command, is a cartoon version of the movie. Also, is it just me, or does Buzz's spacesuit look like an alternate skin from Halo? And as for Buzz's new look, oh no, he's hot! Well, I mean, he is a space ranger, so of course there is going to be a bit of that connection that he'll look like plenty of other space rangers, like go to the uniform. Like, how else would you go and make like the real space ranger suit, you know? So of course there might be some similarities to stuff like Halo and whatever. Let's see what else we got here. What I like about this trailer so far is that it doesn't feel like the usual Pixar affair. It feels very tonally distinct from their other movies, especially the original Toy Story movies. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. In fact, I gotta hand it to the movie's serious tone. Oh, for God's sakes. You did that on purpose. So I'll definitely give it a watch. But with this film existing, maybe next time they'll make a gritty Western based on Woody's Roundup. Maybe we can get Sam Elliott as a hard-boiled Woody. Oh, that, you know, I've seen those discussions around. Like, what would you think if they would do the same thing with Woody, but to Lightyear?
Actually, that would be, I probably would be more down for that. I may not like Westerns, but I would be down for that. And a lot of people like Sam Elliott, so.
All right, that would be interesting. Let's see. In my opinion, this movie got me. I grew up on the Toy Story franchise since I remember myself. I also grew up on Buzz Lightyear, a Star Command in my childhood, and Toy Story 2 has always been my favorite movie of the franchise, basically because of the opening scene of Buzz Lightyear. Back then, I thought it was my favorite TV show ever as a little kid. The teaser got me more hyped than I expected from the movie, and I'm very looking forward to this feature. All right, that's nice. Let's see what else we got here. Hot damn, having seen all the Toy Story movies and even the Buzz Lightyear show, this trailer just blew me away. The animation, the visuals, and especially the cover of David Bowie's Starman are all just amazing, and I am most certainly hyped to watch this when it comes out. Also, I just wanted to note a neat Easter egg with the crystal being loaded up in the ship, which seems to be a reference when Buzz asks Woody, do you people still use fossil fuels, or have you discovered crystallic fusion? Yeah, and that's another example of some of the references that they do include in this. So yeah, like I'm sure for like even if you don't get the references, they'll still be enjoyable. But it's like a nice little addition for those Toy Story fans that they'll find like the little Easter eggs and stuff. And one thing that I really want to know is what's going to be this movie's version of the little green men. Like, you know, the little green aliens, guys?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm kind of going. I'm sorry. I'm just picturing the toys right now. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you don't see little green guys coming in and say, "We are eternally grateful."
No, I will see them going the claw.
Oh God, would they actually do that in the movie? I just want to know. Oh my God, that would be the ultimate question. Like, we know Buzz is coming. We know Buzz is there. We know the aliens will eventually be there, and maybe even Zurg as well. But I want to know if they're going to bring in the claw.
I don't. That would be weird. I have no idea. Like, you have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. That probably will come in more than the actual claw, but I don't know about that. If there's a claw in that, then I win the hand joke thing again. So there you go.
Why do you win the hand joke? It's a claw, not a hand.
I don't care. It's close enough.
Are you that desperate for a win?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right. As a longtime Toy Story fan, wow, this teaser trailer looked amazing. It kind of reminds me of Interstellar and The Martian, but with Buzz Lightyear in there, featuring the animation so realistic to the point that you thought it was live action, just like with Soul. Even though I'm excited to see both this and Turning Red, I'm leaning towards Lightyear due to my connection with the Toy Story franchise. Can't wait to see both of them coming out in 2022. Alright, that is nice. I was very impressed and intrigued by this teaser trailer. The animation looks very mind-blowing, especially the design of Buzz, in which he looks very cool. He looks like a very cool Chad, if you get what I mean. I'll be interested to see how Pixar is taking the story to the next level by making it mature. I'm going to watch this movie when it comes out next summer, so to theaters and beyond. I think I'll read one more comment before we jump into the next story, so... let's see, what have I not read, actually? Oh, there we go. As someone who is a huge fan of the Toy Story movies and saw some episodes of Buzz Lightyear: A Star Command, I am absolutely hyped. I absolutely love the concept of this movie, and the visuals look absolutely phenomenal, and I love how they are taking Buzz Lightyear in a different direction than the Toy Story movies, and I'm all for Chris Evans as Buzz, so this is definitely one of my most anticipated films of next year. All right, so already I see that a lot of people are very much anticipated for it. A lot of positive reactions from it. People are hyped. So if you are one of those people that are highly anticipated to see Lightyear, then keep in mind that the movie is going to be coming out next summer. Okay, so moving on to the next story. Devon, before we started this, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that you're actually a fan of this anime.
Yep. I actually own this series on DVD.
So it does make me wonder, since you are a fan of the anime, does that also mean that you're hyped up for the Netflix series that's going to be coming up?
Actually, I am.
Really? All right. Well, then we're going to be talking a little bit more about this, but first, we need to go and actually check out the trailer. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for the upcoming live-action Netflix series of Cowboy Bebop.
So what brings you back from the dead?
Hold on a sec. There we go.
A week ago, I did a job, a bounty. I had a partner, believe it or not.
He know what you used to be? Will I ever see you again?
They tried to kill me, Anna. If you need to find me, I go by Spike Spiegel these days.
It's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
In this solar system, if the cops and the bounty hunters don't get you, the syndicate will. There's no happy ending here.
Spoken like a man who's never been in love.
I was.
What happened?
I was dreaming.
What do you say, fellas? You want to team up? I was thinking a 60-40 split. Going my way, of course.
Do not shoot her.
Please?
No.
What the actual fuck?
We're a team. The 3 of us. Go grab some bounties.
Please, I just want to kill her a little bit.
God damn it, Spike.
It's Jamie.
You good guys. Or bad guys.
Depends on who you ask.
And that is the trailer for Cowboy Bebop. And this series will be coming out in a few weeks, actually, on November 19th. So, Devon, how is it that you watched Cowboy Bebop? How is it that you became a fan of it?
I was in college and I joined this anime club they were doing. My friends kind of roped me into it. So I thought, well, okay, why not? I'll try it. And I found there were 2 animes I really got into. One of them I own, Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
I got into this, and I got into... I am so bad with names, it's ridiculous. The one Aladdin show, it's the one with the Aladdin and the genie in it. I just cannot remember the name of it right now without looking it up.
Okay.
This is what happens when I can't remember names. But I was watching multiple different... We were watching, like, intros or pilots or a couple episodes of an anime to see if we would get into it and if we decide to watch it on our own. That was one of them that really hooked me. I really got into Cowboy Bebop amazingly fast. I actually remember watching the whole show within probably a week or so. So I was really hooked. And I think why I liked this show was I liked the characters. For me, the biggest thing about a show is I really love the characters. Like, Spike Spiegel is basically the badass who not only... He's just like a smartass bounty hunter, basically. And I really like characters like that. I like that he's basically a smartass. He knows what he's doing, and he any bounty hunter. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the show, so I can't actively remember everything that happened in the show. But I remember just how much I liked it, how much I got into, and I really loved the English dub. So that was actually the surprise of my life. If it wasn't for Cowboy Bebop, I probably wouldn't have gotten into other animes. So I gotta thank Cowboy Bebop for that. So for me, I'm just excited that there's gonna be a Netflix adaptation. I mean, it seemed to have the same feel of the show as the original in my mind, and that's just basically not having watched it since college, really.
Okay.
So that says a lot to me.
All right. And by the way, sorry to interrupt all this, Devon, but it looks like I got some breaking news, actually, because this is what the chat wall just suddenly brought up. I mean, I'm sorry if we would go a little bit sidetracked, but believe it or not, apparently we got news that Chris Pratt has a brand new role, and he's going to be playing Garfield in a new animated movie.
What?
I am not joking, and this is a legitimate thing. Apparently, this is an article I found from The Hollywood Reporter. Give me a sec.
Sure.
Here, actually, I'm gonna go and open up Messenger. I'll share it with you there.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems to be a legit thing, and they actually have a rendered CG Garfield already prepared. I was not expecting this, and apparently this is going to be directed by Mark Dindal, and Mark Dindal, sorry, who did The Emperor's New Groove and Chicken Little, and also apparently this is going to be written by David Reynolds, who previously worked on Finding Nemo. So yeah, this is apparently going to be the big thing. This is apparently what's currently happening. And even though, and also I just want to add, even though they're not going to be making it, apparently it will be distributed by Sony Pictures, but no confirmation that it will be a part of the Sony Pictures animation collection.
Oh my God.
So yeah, this just came out of nowhere now, didn't it?
What the?
Here, let me just go over here. Let me just here. I'll share it with you all if you need proof. It's like right here. Yeah, let me just go and hold on. It's taking its time to load. So
that's because nobody wants to believe it exists.
I mean, it's real. It's from a legitimate source. So
here. Wow. Alrighty then.
Yeah, and this thing is still not loading. Yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah, I'm reading the article right now.
I'm just shocked. Like, really? Like, after the whole, like, we just calmed down from the news that Chris Pratt is playing as Mario, and now we got the news that freaking Chris Pratt is going to be Garfield?
I can't.
Like, here it is, folks. It's right here.
I think I'm broken. I don't... What the hell? Oh my God. Alrighty then. You know, I don't have words for this. I didn't even have words for the Mario thing. I'm just like, you know, I really don't watch a lot of Chris Pratt's work, so it's not like I'm like, sorry, I'm not a Marvel girl the way I'm not a part of the. I don't watch the MCU, so I'm like, I don't freaking know.
So yeah, apparently I've heard about this for a long time, but I guess now it's gonna be a thing. The fact that they got Chris Pratt playing as freaking Garfield.
I'll be like, I quit. That's my response right now. I quit.
Yeah, but anyways, going back to Cowboy Bebop, yeah, you were so you told us about how you are a fan of Cowboy Bebop and how you ended up loving it. What are your thoughts on the trailer that we just saw here?
Basically, I'm excited because it, like I said, it really had the feel of the show, and the guy who's playing Spike Spiegel seemed to get the character. The character's supposed to be a bit of a smartass, and he's supposed to, like, you don't really know if he's good or bad or not. It's sort of like you interpret it either way. And that's kind of the whole point of the show, even. I do remember that very well. And I think you should see the show, Matt. It's actually pretty good.
I did. I did, actually.
Did you see it? When did you see it? Was it a long time ago?
It was a few years ago, but I did actually do a review of it.
Oh, that's right. I might need to rewatch that.
Yeah, it's been, like, I will admit, it's been a little while since I've actually seen it, but I know that I did legit watch the series. I am familiar with it.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I don't remember every review you did.
I mean, to be fair, not many people remember that I can do some anime reviews. Usually they're requested on Patreon, but still.
I was going to say the only one I remembered was XXX Holic. And I love that show. Yeah.
No, that show is great. I think I was the one who introduced it to you.
Yes, you did. Thank
There
you
you
for that.
go.
And now I own it. Now I own it and I love it.
Yeah, but I will say, looking at the trailer that we got here, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit mixed, because on one hand, it is pretty impressive with what they have actually shown, especially when they want to stay true to the Cowboy Bebop series. And I will give it to them that, like, the acting definitely got it on point with the characters, especially with John Cho playing as Spike Spiegel. So in terms of that, they really did make it look good. And even with the visuals, like, it does look like a pretty top-notch series that like, not only do they want to, like, you know, try to recreate certain iconic moments from the series, but to really make it look like a big, legitimate production, a lot of great action, like try to make a stunning sci-fi setting out of this. So, like, in terms of the visuals and in terms of the acting, you could tell on those departments that they definitely worked hard to stay true to make this a legitimate Cowboy Bebop series. However, it's just, for me, I don't know if I really do want to go and full on watch it, because, number one, considering this is a remake of the Cowboy Bebop series, there is a part of me that wonders, like, why would I go and watch something like this when I could just go and rewatch the anime, which I know is great? And I mean, with Netflix, let's be honest, they never really have a great reputation when it comes to adapting stuff like this, especially after last time when we had that Death Note movie, which that turned out to be quite an embarrassment.
Well, at least it's not the last Airbender.
Oh yeah, well, that is true.
I mean, in my personal opinion, I have not seen the Death Note movie. Again, I never saw that series, so I can't say anything about that movie at all. But I'm like, first of all, we have Last Airbender and Dragon Ball Evolution. Do we really need to sink any lower than those two?
Yeah.
I can't really, like, they already sunk to the bottom with those two. So for me, I'm just like, if it's worse than those two, then okay, I will probably never watch a Netflix adaptation of an anime.
Honestly, it's stuff like this why I just want to tell, like, every time I hear the news that they want to do some kind of adaptation of Akira, I just look at Hollywood and just tell them, let it go, dude. Just no, don't do it. Just let it all go. It's not worth it. But also, there is another reason, and this might be a little bit of a hot take. Now, I understand if you're excited to go and see this because, this, you know, like, you want to revisit Cowboy Bebop in a brand new way. That's perfectly fine. And some people might have some, like, different opinions about it. And I understand if you want to watch it because you love Cowboy Bebop. But for me, one big question that I would like to ask is, what is the point for me to go and watch Cowboy Bebop when I already got The Mandalorian? And that's the big thing that makes me feel very much iffy regarding the whole series. It like, there is a part of me that feels like, yes, it does look like they want to stay true to Cowboy Bebop, that they want to go and make a well-respectable adaptation as much as possible. But there is another side of me that can't help but feel like this is Netflix trying to cash in on Disney's great success that they've been having with The Mandalorian, because they both are sci-fi themed bounty hunter series. So, and I feel like with what Netflix is doing with Cowboy Bebop is that they are taking a popular property, much like what Disney is doing with Star Wars, and they're trying to go and create this sci-fi bounty hunter series so that they could have their own Mandalorian. And as great as many of the visuals are, there's just a lot of it that I feel like, well, I've already got a lot of these things in The Mandalorian. So that's the big, that's kind of the big catch that I do have. I can totally see a lot of differences and a lot of like little nods from the original anime, but then again, it's just, why should I have this when I could just go and watch The Mandalorian? Again, it went like, why watch this when I already got The Mandalorian, when I already got my fill of sci-fi bounty hunter shows, especially when just today they actually announced a new series that does have that link to The Mandalorian.
I'll admit, I have not seen, full disclosure, I have not seen The Mandalorian yet.
Really?
And no, I don't know why, I just wasn't interested in watching it at the time. And I don't know if I don't even hate the idea of it. I just haven't got myself interested in watching it yet. I don't know why. I have that weird, like, I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it. And it's that kind of feeling, like, I feel like I should see it, but I don't want to. And but it's hard for me to explain. That's one of those shows, like, I was not all that intrigued about when Disney Plus even came out, and I still have not seen it. And yet, considering I love Cowboy Bebop, that's really is kind of saying something. And I think in a weird way, I guess for me, I was just kind of like, maybe I wasn't attached to the characters yet, and I guess that was the problem. I didn't let myself watch it. I've done that to myself, trust me. I've done that to myself a lot. I guess it was funny because, like I said, if it wasn't for me going to participate in this anime club and I had to watch it, because that was what they were showing. If it wasn't for that outside force kind of coming in going, you need to watch this with me. Like, if I would have hung out at your house and you said, you know what, we're watching Mandalorian, I would have been like, all right, fine. That was probably it. Like, if it wasn't for that outside force kind of going, we need to watch this, I probably would have watched Mandalorian by now.
So you just need an outside influence to make you actually watch it.
Yep.
Kind of like what happened with Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
I see. Well, honestly, I'll just say right now, like, yeah, you definitely should, especially if you like Star Wars. Oh yeah, like this is easily one of the best things that came out of the Star Wars franchise in recent years. Like, it really is awesome, and it really is worth it. And especially if you do like Cowboy Bebop as well, like, you kind of do have the combination of those two already. Like, like, in a way, The Mandalorian is a Star Wars themed Cowboy Bebop.
All right. Okay. I might have to. Yeah, I'm going to have to see it now. I'll put it on my to-do list.
There you go. And I know you got some time for it. Like, not always, but you do have some time, so you can fill it with The Mandalorian. And there's only 2 seasons so far. You can eventually catch up when the 3rd does come out later on.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I think that was just it. I was like, I don't have that outside force pushing me into watching this.
Mm-hmm. All right, but with the Cowboy Bebop trailer that we have seen, do you think you'd be interested in checking it out?
Yes. And I think it's going to be interesting for me because I think, honestly, for me, I'm going to watch that Netflix adaptation, but I'm also going to rewatch the original show, I think, just to sort of compare and contrast what did I love about the original series and see how well Netflix holds up on it. I think that would be smarter, in my personal opinion. Watch the original show and then sort of see if it's gonna hold up. I mean, if you want to go into it blind, absolutely. I've seen people do that. They'll watch like a Netflix series or something going in completely blind, not knowing the original material. I get that. I totally get that. I'd probably be the exact same way. I'd be like, let's just go into this, see if it's good, and if I don't like it, watch the original. That's what it's here for. So, for me, I'm still going to watch it. Whether I see the original show before or after will vary on my time and God knows what. So.
Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I think I'm just going to wait. Like, I know I have my doubts, and some people might say, oh, I'm just being cynical or whatever. And it's like, I understand some people might say that it's not fair of me to be comparing this to either the anime or especially with The Mandalorian. But I feel like I could see some good work that has been done, especially with what we have seen in the trailer. And for the most part, it looks like it's going to be more respectable to the original source material than some of the other anime adaptations that we've gotten, like Death Note or Ghost in the Shell or whatever. But for me, I think I'm just gonna wait until I hear what the critics would have to say, or what's the general reception that this series got. And if it's actually good, then I'll definitely consider it I'll definitely go and give it a watch to see like what the hype is about and if it really is worth revisiting Cowboy Bebop. And if not, well, then I always got the anime. Like I can always go and revisit that instead.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'll just be like, no, you're not super cynical. You're just being your own self.
I don't know. I'm just being honest. All right. But with that said, though, I would like to go and ask you all, how do you feel? What do you all think about the Cowboy Bebop trailer? Are you guys interested in checking this one out? Do you guys want to actually go and see it? Are you actually excited for it? Or are you a little more doubtful? Let me know what you all think. And as an added bonus, if you want to share your piece about the whole Garfield thing, let me know. Because I know that a lot, like the chat wall has been, like, I would say more or less talked about that as much as the Cowboy Bebop discussion. All right, let's see what we got here. I'll at least say that it looks a lot better than the live-action Death Note. The live-action looks pretty fun, and I like John Cho's performance, so it'll likely be a good watch before Hawkeye drops. I know he's one of the less popular Avengers, but I just want some good old Hawkeye Christmas fun. But who gives a crap? Chris Pratt is freaking Garfield, bros! Maybe he'll finally answer why people call it oven when they off it. Oh god, why they call it an oven when they off in cold food out hot eat the food. Oh crap, I might have butchered that, but
I think you're broken, Matt.
No, it's the comment. That's what it wrote. Why? Okay, maybe he'll finally answer why people call it oven when they of in the cold food and out hot eat the food. That's what it's literally written. It's a chat ball. It's filled with comments like this. What do you expect?
Well, I'm more entertained by the fact that your face is all right from all this.
Oh, jeez. All right, let's see now. To be honest, this doesn't look bad. It's kind of on par with John Cho playing as Spike and Daniela Pineda playing as the hottest girl in anime, Faye Valentine. However, the only thing I'm disappointed about this series is that this is a remake of the anime series, and Edward is not going to be in this series, so I'm not sure if I'm in a rush to watch this series. And thanks for breaking the new Garfield animated movie starring Chris Pratt as Garfield. Lol, we're dead broken. Oh, yeah, I think, oh, God.
No, Edward, damn it.
Crap, I'll admit, I didn't do full research on it, but if that really is the case, that there is going to be no Edward whatsoever, that might be a deal breaker for a lot of people. And then, I mean, it is true when you think about it, because we do see, like, nowhere do we actually ever see Edward throughout the entire trailer. Like, we've seen Ein, but not Edward.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest. It's been too long since I've seen the series, but no Edward? Okay, I don't know. That might be a deal breaker. We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
After all this, it's like, hey, this definitely looks good. What? No Edward? Table flip.
You know, that's going to turn into a meme. Wait, this is going to look good. What? No Edward?
Yeah.
If that turns into a meme,
That's gonna be the review of a lot of people. What? No Edward? No crazy 11-year-old girl who's a hacking expert?
And it's so funny that it's a girl. It's like, what? What?
Yeah. Anyways, let's see what else we got. This trailer does look interesting. While I have not seen Cowboy Bebop, it could be a solid series on its own, and even a solid adaptation of its original series. However, there is definitely a part of me that is a bit nervous about the series because of Netflix's reputation of adapting animated properties into live action like Death Note. And even with the upcoming live action Avatar: The Last Airbender series, I have my doubts. Yeah, I don't really have any hope for that series, honestly. I'm not expecting anything great.
Well, we already have The Last Airbender, so if we sink lower than that, then we're screwed.
Yeah.
I never wanted to throw a movie out the window more than in my life than that movie. Oh my God. Night Shyamalan, you could stop.
Hey, it does make a fun bad movie watch.
Well, if you're drunk.
Exactly. Have you watched a bad movie drunk? It's amazing.
I don't get that drunk, so no.
Oh boy. What, do you think you got to be like near blackout drunk to watch that?
Probably, because unless you duct tape me down and force me to drink like 5 to 6 things of beer. I'd probably be out. I'd be like, who are you?
Oh my God. Oh, to be fair, I have a few movies that I'm like that too, so we're even on that. Let's see. I saw the anime of Cowboy Bebop and I love it. While it is not perfect and all, but the show, along with the movie, is great. For the TV show made by Netflix, I do like how it tries to stay faithful to the anime show, but I don't think it will be as great as the anime series. Nowhere near the levels of Death Note, but I hope it's okay. Also, off topic, can we have a break from Chris Pratt appearing in animated films because this is too much? And I thought Paramount is making it, but Sony? Really? Okay, just one big clarification. Sony Pictures is not going to be working on this. Sony is only going to be distributing it. Apparently it's not going to be the animation studio, but one of the companies that's going to be primarily going to be working on this is more Alcon Entertainment. So again, Sony Pictures is only going to be distributing it. They're not going to be actually making this Garfield movie. This is not a Sony animation movie. Anyways, where was I? All right, I'll read one more comment before we jump into the next one. So let's see. Okay, yeah. I have not seen the anime, but my friend sure has and is a big fan of it. He told me it looks absolutely awful, and he's someone that is good with film and TV. He said it doesn't feel right, but he will be checking it out. It looks meh to me, to be honest, although Garfield as Chris Pratt, really? If he plays our Lord Scrat, then I will snap in laughter. Yeah, so yeah, it just seems to be one major thing that like the chat wall is so freaked out about, like more so than the Cowboy Bebop news, is just Chris Pratt as Garfield.
I think this is the year we shouldn't call this the year of 2021. We should call this the year of Chris Pratt. I mean, seriously, we've had multiple announcements with Chris Pratt, so it's like,
well, the thing is, it's like I don't like. Yeah, we could if it is a good thing, but the thing is now is just so far with the reaction that we got Chris Pratt playing these characters. I don't know. So far, we haven't seen stuff that feels positive about it.
I'm not saying any of it is positive. It's like this pandemic. It's not positive, but that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's just happening. I mean, like, yeah, COVID. Yeah, you know, COVID has us wearing masks, and we need to be vaccinated to protect ourselves. And now, like, we got Chris Pratt appearing as Mario. He's gonna be Garfield. You know, you never know. Maybe Disney will announce they're gonna do a Mickey Mouse movie, and Chris Pratt is gonna be Mickey.
Don't give Disney any ideas. Because if you do that, I will go after you.
Oh, I think Disney has standards. I don't think they would legit do that.
Well, you never know.
No, Disney, no. Bob Chapek maybe, but Disney Animation, no.
Just wait. There could be some other studio that'll be just as crazy. Just wait.
You know, that is true. You never know.
Just you wait for it.
All right, but anyways, let's go and jump on to our next story. And Devon, as you mentioned, even though you haven't seen The Mandalorian, you're still a Star Wars fan, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the original movies. I have seen the prequel movies. I have seen the newer set of movies. I even saw. I will admit, I think the only thing I haven't seen is The Mandalorian. I've seen even the rise of, I think, what was it, the Han Solo, the Solo movie.
Solo, yeah. And Rogue One?
And Rogue One, yep. I've seen them.
Have you seen any of the TV shows? Like even the animated ones, like Clone Wars or the Genndy Tartakovsky series?
Okay, no, I have not seen any of the TV series involving Star Wars. My brother has, though. My brother was obsessed with the Star Wars Clone Wars.
Okay.
So
yeah, I will say, like, just a quick watch. Like, I do recommend the Genndy Tartakovsky series. Like, it's on Disney Plus, and it's only 2 hours in total, and it's actually very badass. So that's one I could recommend to you. But like, when you do watch The Mandalorian, there is another that you probably would have to watch afterwards. And that is regarding a trailer that actually just came out. And now we're going to go and take a look at the Book of Boba Fett.
I am not a bounty hunter.
Hold on a sec. Sorry, just need to redo.
I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please, speak freely.
and that is the Book of Boba Fett, which is going to be coming soon to Disney Plus on December 29th. So right at the end of the year, just before we get into 2022. Now, Devon, what are your thoughts about this? What were your first reactions when you saw this trailer?
Interesting. And I think I am not as deep of a Star Wars fan as like the biggest Star Wars fan on the planet. You know, the ones that have actively seen all the TV shows, the ones that have actively probably read the books, and anything else that's been Star Wars merchandise for years. So I could not tell you jack squat about a lot of the Star Wars. Like, I'm not a mega fan. I'm really not. I love Star Wars. I got into it in middle school because of one of my guy friends. He had the original series on both DVD and VHS. So, and we watched both versions of it because I remember seeing the original version because he had the original VHS. And of course, I saw, the Lucasified remakes. Or
which
whatever.
Ones? Because there have been several.
I know. I'm trying to remember. I don't own the originals, but I own the, let me actually find them. My bad. Phone failure.
Well,
that's a phone failure. That's not my fault.
Well, I mean, who's the one that dropped the phone?
Me.
Exactly. So it is your fault.
Whatever. All right. There's another joke of the day. Phone failure. There we go.
Hey, at least for once we got technical difficulties, and it's not my fault this time.
That's true. I actually, whatever. Yeah, actually, that's a twist. I actually own this DVD set.
Okay.
I've had it for years, and I own all of them now. So, people have been telling me I should try to get another version of it. I think Morgan's the one that told me to look for the 2009 DVD set. I'll have to look for it.
Okay, why the 2009 DVD set?
I think that one, he originally told me, I think that one was able to get the original version.
The theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, that's why, I'll be very honest, that's why I have yet to actually have the original trilogy in my collection, because I want to have the originals. Like, I don't want to buy, like, whatever's available right now, because those are, like, those are, like, the special editions that George Lucas modified way too much on. I want to get, like, the full original versions. Like, I'll probably find it on eBay, but I'm sure they can be pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's the catch. And I think what's interesting about Star Wars in particular, at least in my mind, for me, I grew up basically, I wasn't really into a lot of space stuff. Star Wars was kind of the exception, though. I really loved the Star Wars franchise, and I really liked the idea of, like, the characters, for me, was what really sold me to the Star Wars franchise in the first place. And even with these prequel movies, by the way, they're not good, but I still like them.
The prequel movies? Yeah.
The prequels are guilty pleasures for me. I get it, and I grew up with the prequels, so I can't fault people for hating them, nor do I fault people for liking them in a guilty pleasure way. I mean, they're not good movies, but I think they're the worst as far as the Star Wars movies out there.
Yeah.
And I like the newer trilogy that had been released by Disney. I mean, yes, there's some plot cliches, but at the same time, at the very least, it's not George Lucas.
Yeah. I'm honestly on the same boat as you. Like, with the exception of the third one, with the exception of episode 3, because that one was like, yeah, it could be stupid and campy, but it is pretty awesome. But the like episode 1 and 2, they're bar none the worst of them all. Like, they're like bottom of the barrel. And in terms of like the sequel trilogy, they're not the worst. Like at least 7 and 8, they're way better than, like, they're definitely better than the prequels. Episode 9, yeah, that's where like it crashed and burned. That was like, it was fun to watch with the action scenes and the visuals, but other than that, it was a disaster. Like that one is in the bottom of the pile. Like, it really was that bad. And I mean, yeah, like a lot of people will make comments about Disney or Kathleen Kennedy regarding what they've done with the sequel trilogy and stuff like that. But if they, like, just my big hot take on Star Wars, if people want to give Disney and Kathleen Kennedy the responsibility of what they've done with the sequel trilogy, then they deserve equal amount of responsibility for what they've done with the series like Mandalorian. Because that show, like, that's another reason why you should watch it, because, like, I would say it's even better than the sequel trilogy. Like, it is awesome. I would debate, like, I'll have to rewatch the sequel trilogy, like some of the sequel trilogy, especially the first two, like maybe around the same levels as The Last Jedi, but still The Mandalorian is very much awesome. And in the case with what we got here with the Book of Boba Fett, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil too much, but basically what we are seeing here is that now Boba Fett is taking the position of Jabba the Hutt. And basically what we have seen in this trailer with the Book of Boba Fett is that the series is going to be a Star Wars themed gangster mafia movie, where this is going to be about Boba Fett and his assistant, played by Ming-Na Wen. They're going to be pretty much the gang, like kind of the big mafia boss, the big underground mafia boss of the galaxy, I guess you could say. And from there, that's where we're going to see, like, of course, the usual Star Wars action happening, but it will be more themed to this underground, like kind of like this underground mafia facility that's actually in charge of like what's going on in terms of like the businesses that are happening across the different solar systems.
Yeah, I think it's funny just because knowing I didn't watch a lot of the Star Wars TV shows, I am kind of intrigued by it, but I think I really need to sort of rewatch some of the movies again, or even watch some of the TV shows before I truly make my mind on whether I'm going to watch the Boba Fett show or not.
Well, honestly, you don't really have to. I think honestly with The Mandalorian, you don't need like major context from any of like the other Star Wars stuff. Like, as long as you have the basic knowledge of Star Wars, you can go and enjoy The Mandalorian on its own.
Okay. But maybe that's just me though. That's probably fair enough. I mean, as long as I know that, I'll probably be able to get into that a little bit more now. But I think it's interesting just because Boba Fett basically started out as this character from this god-awful holiday special that no one wants to talk about. I have not seen that, by the way.
Oh, yes. That is true. But you know, the funny thing is, though, when it comes to Boba Fett, he barely does anything in the actual, like, original trilogy. Like, yeah, he's there a few times, but we barely legitimately see him do any cool action. It's only until in season 2 of The Mandalorian was he actually useful. It's like Boba Fett became a fan favorite character, not really because of anything that he's really done in the show, but rather just the idea and the concept of Boba Fett. I think it's like a character that really came out of like the novels and stuff like that, where they really expanded upon the idea of a bounty hunter within the Star Wars universe.
Here's what I need to say. Think about this. Boba Fett started off in the holiday special that nobody freaking watched other than crazy Star Wars fans and people who really want to see bad, crazy shit. And they somehow turned this character who came from absolutely freaking insanity to becoming a cult favorite based on being there. I just saying. That's where it came from. Basically insanity.
Basically, I mean, like, that's why you need to watch The Mandalorian, because it actually gives a use to Boba Fett. And by the way, another thing I want to mention is that, like, within the first few minutes of the first episode of The Mandalorian, they do actually make the Star Wars Holiday Special canon, because one of the characters actually do make a reference to Life Day.
Oh God. It's like, hey, Life Day, that holiday where probably Princess Leia was too trash to remember it.
Yeah, basically.
I just thought that was funny as crap. It's like, do you remember filming that? No, I was too high.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
She was too high. She can't remember. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, oh my God.
So yeah, but actually that does bring up a good question. Like, now that we have actually seen the trailer with the Book of Boba Fett, if you would have the choice of watching one, which one would it be? The Mandalorian or Netflix's Cowboy Bebop?
If I had to choose between, just probably Cowboy Bebop, only because I'm familiar with the actual franchise of Cowboy Bebop. I know that's crazy, but I was been so kind of I don't even know if I'm anti-Mandalorian without even seeing it, because I would be like, well, I'm kind of being cynical for not seeing something first, but I don't know. I think I'm sticking with Cowboy Bebop.
Really?
I'm sticking with it.
I'm not gonna lie, as a fan of The Mandalorian, already seeing the 2 seasons, I'm actually pretty excited to watch the Book of Boba Fett. Like I said before, both characters of Boba Fett and Ming-Na Wen's character, they're both amazing. They're both really awesome. And seeing the full extension of their characters now becoming like mafia bosses, like, that's actually going to be really fun. So I'm definitely hyped up to see this series, especially when we're not going to have season 3 for quite a while now. I think they're starting to film the 3rd season right now. So at least, like, we do have an in-between thing. So for me, I'm definitely excited to see what they have in store with the Book of Boba Fett. And for me, yeah, that's why I would definitely go and choose the Book of Boba Fett over Cowboy Bebop. Like, honestly, I am a fan. Like, the thing is, with Cowboy Bebop, like, I want to wait until I hear what the reactions are going to be before I would consider watching it. With Book of Boba Fett, yeah, I want to see it. Like, I don't really want to wait until, like, oh, what's the reception going to be? I want to see for myself how this series is going to be.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the opposite. Like, that's probably how I'm feeling myself, and that's just because I was so like, I should watch Mandalorian, but I can't make myself watch it. It's like I don't want to force myself to watch it unless if someone's forcing me to watch it. I hate to be that person, but that's just the way I see it.
You gotta make me watch it if you want me to watch it.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just very skeptical of it. I think I was more skeptical of the hype for it. Like
okay,
those
yeah.
kind of...
Yeah, I do
so
understand, yeah.
It's just... maybe that's just me. I was, like, skeptical of the hype, and I'm just like... Nothing's convinced me to watch it yet.
All right. Well, I'm sure eventually you will. I mean, like, one day you'll be bored, you got nothing to do, so you'll pop in The Mandalorian. It could happen.
Alrighty then.
Hey, I mean, you've been pestering me so much about watching certain shows. Like, maybe I could just, like, get my revenge and return the favor to keep telling you to watch the freaking Mandalorian.
Okay, that's fair enough. You are going to do that as revenge, and I know it. I'm going to.
There you go. There you freaking go. And as for the Book of Boba Fett, keep in mind the series is going to be coming out on December 29th exclusively on Disney Plus if you guys are excited to go and watch that series in particular. All right, so with that said, I would like to go into the chat wall and I would like to ask you all, what do you think about the Book of Boba Fett? Are you guys excited for this one? Are you guys a little bit more concerned about it? And especially if you are a Star Wars fan, what's your take on the Book of Boba Fett so far? Well, let me know what you all think. Let's see what we got here. I'm actually very looking forward to this series. As someone who really enjoyed The Mandalorian, it's great to see Disney is expanding the Star Wars universe and expand Boba Fett as a character. Also, I'm just glad Disney has a good handle on Star Wars after The Rise of Skywalker was a disaster, and it makes me excited to see some of the other upcoming Star Wars series on Disney+. All right, that's nice. Let's see. As a more casual Star Wars fan, this looks like a lot of fun. Boba Fett was always one of the more underrated characters of the franchise, plus the cast and the involvement of Jon Favreau and Robert Rodriguez really intrigues me, so I'll most likely give it a watch. I make a joke here, but I'm still reeling over the Garfield news. Anybody want to give me a hand? Oh, God. Yeah, I think that's going to be the ultimate. I think that's going to be the two big takeaways from this. It's all the hand puns and Chris Pratt as Garfield. Oh, let's see. For me, this came out of nowhere for some reason. I really love The Mandalorian and caught up with it along with my dad as well. This, however, piques my interest. I was hoping the series might show how Boba Fett got out of the pit of Carcoon, aka the Sarlacc pit. I'm pretty surprised that Temuera Morrison did reprise her role as his role as Boba Fett. Sorry. Well, he actually voiced Boba Fett, and now he's starred in The Mandalorian. I'm pretty curious to where this might go, and I'm hyped up for this. All right, that's awesome. Let's see, what else do we have here? As a normal Star Wars fan and a guy who does enjoy Boba Fett, especially in games like LEGO Star Wars and Disney Affinity, I would love to see the Boba Fett series, although I do question how Boba took over Jabba's seat if he was eaten by the Sarlacc pit monster in Episode 6. Did I miss something? Also, I haven't seen The Mandalorian. Should I see that one first, then Boba, or just skip to Boba? Also, would the Book of Boba Fett make a reference to Attack of the Clones, especially with Jango Fett? Yeah, I think honestly, I think it is unnecessary. Like, if you do have those kinds of questions regarding Boba Fett, then you must watch The Mandalorian, especially season 2, to have more of an understanding about what happened to Boba Fett after what happened to him in episode 6, and from there you'll have more of an understanding. How is it that, like, he, I guess you could say, came back from the dead, and how he ended up taking the place of Jabba the Hutt, where now he's the new mafia king of the galaxy. So yeah, it is you gotta watch The Mandalorian, then watch the Book of Boba Fett in order to get those contexts. Let's see. It's about time that one of the poster boys of the ensemble dark horse trope gets his very own show. This certainly looks to be quite unique compared to the other Star Wars works, as it is focused on the criminal underworld of the Star Wars universe. I love The Mandalorian, so this is probably something I would watch on day one. After the disappointment that was The Rise of Skywalker, this will certainly be refreshing. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Let's see. The trailer looked interesting. The Boba Fett show looks like The Godfather meets Star Wars, and people like Robert Rodriguez are still attached to this show after making the Chapter 14 episode. Got me hyped even more. Hope this show is good when it comes out. Also, off topic again, there is another report that The Mitchells vs. the Machines will be coming out on Blu-ray on December 14th from Sony. I saw it on Target online, and it looked like it will be coming out next month. Definitely be getting it soon. All right, that's nice.
I saw that, actually. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did actually see that too. I think I'm going to go read one more comment before we move on. Yeah, I'll go with this one. This looks very interesting. It looks like you're doing a little bit of a retcon, a reckoning in the same way that X-Men Days of Futures Past did. So we'll have to see how Star Wars handles a samurai bounty hunter life story. Do you think this Boba Fett TV show will be similar to a Samurai Jack-like story to the Star Wars universe? Well, not really. It's not like a samurai kind of show. Like we said, it's more of a mafia kind of story. As another comment stated, this is more Godfather meets Star Wars more than it is like Shogun or Samurai Jack meets Star Wars. And I mean, if you want, and if you actually do want Samurai Jack meets Star Wars, then go watch the Clone Wars series by Genndy Tartakovsky. That's literally what it is. It's Samurai Jack meets Star Wars.
Yeah, I was just about to comment on that. I was like, that sounds more like Clone Wars.
Exactly. You can't get more Samurai Jack meets Star Wars than that.
Exactly.
All right, so moving right along to the next story that we have over here. Our next up, well, we don't have any more trailers, but we do actually have some video game talk, but this does relate a little bit to animation, as it does have a pretty interesting concept. Now, Devon, I know you're not really that much of a gamer, but you've probably heard about these rumors before?
Yeah, I actually have.
All right, that is good. That is good. And I might have to be careful when talking about this one because, well, you never know if Warner Brothers is going to go after me for this. So with that said, let's go ahead and discuss about the Warner Brothers. Hold on a sec. Just need this. There we go. Let's talk about the Warner Brothers Multiversus. So, by the way, just one big clarification that I would like to go and make. The thing is with this Multiversus news, keep in mind that all this so far is just considered to be a rumor. There is no official confirmation regarding that this is going to be happening at Warner Brothers, that Warner Brothers themselves have announced that they are doing this. So I think, honestly, I guess you could say for legal purposes, it's best to just say for now that these are only rumors. And it's only going to be confirmed and it's only going to be considered true when Warner Brothers will go and announce it. Like, despite what others say, even if there are stuff that are leaked or whatever. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. This rumor has actually been broken out by a Twitter user by the name of Hungrybox, who is also known as a Super Smash Bros. Melee champion. And apparently, he got in contact with a few developers, and they told him that there is going to be a Warner Brothers themed Super Smash Bros. Style game that will be coming soon. And they will have features such as free-to-play, cross-console play, and voice acting for all the characters. And some people have told them that characters like Batman and Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty are going to be a part of the game. But then, the day after this tweet was made, he made another one discussing a lot more characters that are going to be appearing with an image that is allegedly leaked from that particular game. And I actually do have this article here, actually, because the original tweet, well, it doesn't have it anymore, and I'll explain why later. But apparently this article from Screen Rant still has the characters that we do see here. So apparently in this game, they include an original character that is this like bearded bear character with antlers. We got Steven from Steven Universe. We got Batman, Harley Quinn, Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, and those are going to be two characters separately. We got Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, Batman, Wonder Woman, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, Rick, Bugs Bunny, and Tom and Jerry. And those are so far the only characters that seem to be confirmed for this alleged Warner Brothers Multiversus. And we have heard maybe like a little bit of different news here and there about it. There have been some additional rumors that say that NetherRealms would be working on it, the people who worked on the recent Mortal Kombat games along with the Injustice games. But that rumor apparently has been quickly dodged out. That apparently has been confirmed to be false. But one thing that has been, one thing that really did fuel these rumors and that really do feel like they are true is regarding the tweets themselves from Hungrybox, where apparently the picture that he originally posted that had the list of characters, apparently that's been removed due to copyright. And when Hungrybox tried to make a video discussing about the discovery that he made, that too has been taken down by Warner Brothers due to copyright. So that's where we are right now. It's this entire rumor regarding the fact that we're getting a new Super Smash Bros. Style game that is based more on Warner Brothers. So, Devon, can I have your quick thoughts on this?
You know, considering the fact that this is only a rumor, I mean, it's interesting. We'll have to see if this is going to be legit or not, because who knows? It could be 50-50 either way. And I mean, if it happens, that would be cool. I'm not going to deny that that sounds like an awesome idea. And the fact that Warner Brothers is trying so hard to protect the rumor regardless of which way it goes, well, I don't know. We'll have to just see. I mean, if it's only a rumor and they decide that's why they're doing all this, they're trying to copyright it because they don't want this to be revealed yet, who knows? We don't know all the answers, unfortunately. And for now, I think it's cool. And I think, who knows, maybe if it does happen, this could be a fun idea. And probably within like a few years, we'll have an interesting game. Especially if it's a fighting game, almost like, didn't the article state it was like if they are going to make this, it's going to be similar to like the Nicktoons All-Star Brawl?
Yes, actually. And you do bring up a very interesting point that it is going to be a bit like that. But one thing that one of the tweets actually did confirm that Nick All-Star Brawl doesn't have is actually voice acting, which apparently is an element that people were disappointed from the Nick All-Star Brawl game, is the fact that there was no voice acting in there. But I will say, like, even though this is for now still just considered a rumor, I feel like even if there's nothing confirmed, I could totally see Warner Brothers doing something like this, especially nowadays. When you do see a lot of their movies, they really are trying to capitalize hard on trying to create their own multiverse. And they've been doing it like several times by now, like with the Lego movies, with Ready Player One, with the DC films. Like that does have a bit of that multiverse concept, especially with the Flash series. And then you also have like just recently with Space Jam: A New Legacy, where they did where they have their own multiverse with all the different properties all in this digital world. So yeah, like it is definitely believable that they would go and do that with their games. So it wouldn't be hard to imagine that they also want to go and make a video game based entirely on this like multi-universe where all their different properties would all go and come together. I do find that it is like I could totally see that happen pretty soon, actually. And on top of that, like one thing that I do feel like why Warner Brothers would definitely go and do this is because of Nick All-Star Brawl. Because, like, say what you will about the game right now, like like let's be honest, the popularity really did die out. It wasn't as it used to be, but back when it was announced, it was very much hyped up. It was something that people were constantly talking about all the time. Some people were even saying that this could be a replacement to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Obviously it wasn't, but still the hype behind it and that it got a lot of people talking, especially from the Super Smash Bros. Community and even like major competitive players that go to world champions and stuff like that, where they would go and talk about it. Like that's amazing. Like I could totally see the reason why Warner Brothers would want to go and have that piece of the pie as well. They want to have their own Super Smash Bros. Type game where they got all their major properties, like with Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry and Batman and Finn from Adventure Time all coming together for this one major brawl. I could totally see that happen. Not to mention that when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, in terms of like in a marketing standpoint, that is a dream. that whole thing right there, like, there are plenty of developers, there are plenty of people, like, the whole marketing industry wish they could develop something like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because for 3.5 years, ever since it was first announced on March of 2018, all the way up to October of this year, when they revealed Sora as the last character to be appearing in Smash Bros. Ultimate, the game was the most talked about video game, like, for a long time. Like, it really got popular. Like, on social media, people would just be making that thing go trending, and the sales of that game are just through the roof. It's undeniably one of the best selling games on the Nintendo Switch, and one of the best selling games Nintendo has ever made. So, of course, you'll see other companies that want to have a bit of that piece of the pie, where we see Nickelodeon try to do that with Nick All-Star Brawl. So even if they are just rumors, even if nothing is confirmed, I feel like it totally is believable, because, like, a company such as Warner Brothers would want to go and take that opportunity to have their own Super Smash Bros. Game, especially with the wide variety of characters that they have in their roster.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be nice. I mean, honestly, whether this happens or not, it would be cool. And I have not played the Nicktoons All-Star Brawl. I played the the phone version, which is not the same thing. I know that for a fact. People keep telling me that, and I'm not going to be able to comment too much on the game itself because, like I said, I only played the phone version. But I think what's nice about a game like this, especially if they decide, if it's true, and they decide to do like a voice acting thing, that would be awesome. Because then people would be like, oh, Bugs Bunny's actually talking, and all these characters are saying something cool. I think in my mind, this makes me more think of, do you know those Nicktoons like Battle for Volcano Island, or the
Oh yeah.
Those Nicktoons games where they brought like certain characters from different TV shows and put them in adventure. My favorite, and I think the best one in my mind, is Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island. That was always my favorite. I actually played that game so much. I beat it more than once. That was one of the rare games I had to beat.
But to be fair, that's only because Danny Phantom is in it.
Exactly.
I knew it. I had to call you out that. Well, that one is the best one because it's the one that has freaking Danny Phantom.
Yeah. Again, the best one has to have Danny Phantom in it. Anyone who tells you otherwise is nuts.
Yeah, sure.
Just saying. There's Fairly Odd Parents. There's SpongeBob. There's Danny Phantom. There's Jimmy Neutron. It's great. Well, to be fair...
Well, at least you're being unapologetic about it.
Why not? I'm just saying. I'm going to be like, if I would have worn a Danny Phantom t-shirt, this would have really sold it. I actually do own multiple Danny Phantom t-shirts, so...
Yeah, not surprised there.
I even made my own.
I think Danny Phantom is in All-Star Brawl, though, if I recall correctly. Yeah, he is.
I know that for a fact. So that if it wasn't for the fact I haven't owned a video game console since the PlayStation 2, and that's mainly because I just don't have room for it in my house, or at least I'd have to make room for it, and I'm lazy. Hashtag, I know it. But I digress. So. Yeah,
I think for me, ultimately, the big thing about that is going to be how the game is going to be. Even if it's actually true, ultimately, I just got to go and wait and see how the game shall be, what the reception is going to be. And just I'm just going to wait for it, honestly. My attitude is going to be the same as the Cowboy Bebop, if it is true. I mean, the concept is great, but the execution is going to be a whole different level, because I'm just going to say it's going to be extremely difficult to reach to the same levels of gameplay as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And even with Nick All-Star Brawl, I have heard some good things about it, that it is fun, but it is nowhere near the levels of like what you would get with Smash Bros. Ultimate. So even if it is real, even if they would actually go and make it, yeah, like I would, like, it would absolutely be an awesome idea. I would totally be down playing characters like Bugs Bunny or Tom and Jerry take down characters like Superman or Steven Universe or whatever. Like I like, it is definitely a fun idea, and I do see the great appeal of it. But ultimately, it's going to be how the game is going to play and how the game is going to be. Would that actually be worth it? Will the controls actually be good? Will it be smooth? You know, will it be enjoyable? And also, is it going to be its own game, or is it really meant for the purpose of just being a Super Smash Bros. Clone? Because that could also be another major factor.
Yeah, I guess it's a what if scenario. We just don't know, and we'll have to see. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, oh well. I mean, in my personal opinion, if it happens, great. We'll have another game out that'll be like basically a marketing ploy. You know, I'm just saying. It's a marketing ploy, and everyone knows it. But then again, so are like Nicktoon All-Star Brawl is the same thing, only for Nickelodeon. And even Smash Bros is kind of the same thing. I didn't play Smash Bros. Like I said, I haven't owned a game system since PlayStation 2. So I can't actively say that much at all about Smash Bros. At all. I have played like some of the original incarnates, you know, like if you went to like when I was at college, I would like watch or even play a couple games, but it wasn't my thing. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, and on top of that, like some people are even mentioning about like, this is technically not the first time that we've seen Warner Brothers do this, or technically Warner Brothers, because there was Cartoon Network who already had their own version of Super Smash Bros. Called Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion. And from what I remember, that one did not go well. That one was like a blatant, poorly handled Smash Bros. Ripoff that really did not go far.
I don't even remember that, so that's saying a lot.
So yeah, there was a time. Yeah, there was a time that they already have done that. But overall, when it comes to the rumors of this game, I don't know. I feel like if it is true, then all right, that'll be awesome. But again, I'm just gonna go and wait and see, because there could be a side of it that will feel like it is its own genuine fighting style game, or there could be another side to it where I just feel like this is just going to be another Smash Bros. Ripoff. This is just a company trying to cash in on the success of Smash without truly understanding the real appeal of it. And I don't know. We'll just need to wait and see. I mean, we're still seeing how things are going with Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and if that really is a game that is that would be considered a hit or not. But ultimately, we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see if the rumors are actually true, or if it is even an idea worth pursuing in the first place.
We'll see. It's a huge what if scenario at this point.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so with that said, though, I would like to go into the chat wall, and I would like to ask you all, how do you feel about the idea of the Warner Brothers Multiversus? Are you guys on board with this? Do you think this could turn out to be a great game? Or are you a little bit more iffy and more doubtful and view it as nothing more as a Smash Bros. Ripoff if these rumors are true? Let me know what you think. Let's see what we have here. As long as it's not a real information delivered by Warner Brothers themselves, I'm not giving this that much attention. I mean, with all the Nintendo leaks that have been quickly suppressed by the Mario Empire, I'm a bit more cautious when it comes to major label video game information. My main sources are official gaming events like E3 and from big YouTube gamers like like Markiplier and the Gaming Terrorizer. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you at all. And again, I'm still emphasizing that this is nothing more but a rumor. This could turn out to be entirely bullcrap altogether. But still, like, I'm just thinking about the possibility if this is even going to be true or not. So I just want to make that big clarification. This is still just considered a rumor and nothing more. Let's see. As a Smash player and a WB fan, I can honestly see this being a fun game. As someone who enjoyed the serververse novelty and new legacy, well, to an extent, the idea of Batman duking it out with Shaggy would be cool, even if it's obvious that Shaggy would decimate him. But it isn't without its doubts. I mean, I'm personally scared that half of Tom and Jerry's moveset would be Tuffy, Willy Wonka, and whoever the hell Chloe Grace Moretz played in that movie, giving some unfunny shtick. Yeah, there is that. Oh my god, that is true. Like, considering the prequel that's going to be coming out of Willy Wonka, like, if the rumors are true about this game, they could actually add Willy Wonka into this.
Oh god.
You know there are going to be like all those DLCs that are going to be coming out, like with like to go and promote their new movies. Like they could add like a Godzilla character. They could add Kong. They could do a whole bunch.
Ay. I'm just gonna be.
Or they could do like they could add Neo, considering the Matrix coming out.
Oh man, you might as well just join the advertising gig on that one, man.
I should quit my job and join marketing. What can I say?
I'll be like AniMat the marketer. Watch out, folks. He may scare you. He scares me all the time, and he's not even a marketer.
Yeah, but then again, you always seem to come back for some reason.
You always ask me to come back.
You're the one who does. All right.
Whatever.
Anyways, I'm quite intrigued about WB Multiversus. I love the variety they have to offer, such as Shaggy, Bugs, and Tom and Jerry. It would be awesome to see if they would have Big Chungus and Ultra Instinct Shaggy as playable characters. I might get the game when it comes out. I still want to buy the Nick All-Star Brawl game on my Switch. And about the news about Chris Pratt as Garfield, I was like, first Chris Pratt as Mario, and now Chris Pratt as Garfield. Are you nuts? What's next? Is he going to be... And the comment just ends there. Let's see. It just goes to show that people cannot stop off the success of Super Smash Bros. Even after it was past its prime, after Sora was revealed for the game. I honestly hope this is real, because say what you will about Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers Smash Bros. Is pretty much $1 million idea. Oh, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying it at all. I think it is definitely a great idea. The only thing that I do doubt is just going to be, how is the execution? Because sometimes Warner Brothers is not necessarily well known for releasing great games. I mean, there are a few exceptions, of course, but I mean, Warner Brothers is not primarily a video game company, and usually when it comes to these types of licensing games, especially when they are very heavily influenced by other more known popular games, they don't usually end well. Let's see what else we have here. All right. This sounds awesome. I am very interested in a Warner Brothers Smash Bros. Like game. If Disney does this trend too, I won't be surprised. But the game does look interesting. I hope it's real, and I hope Yakko, Wacko, and Dot get revealed for the game. Do you want them to be in the game, Matt? I have high hopes for it. I mean, ultimately, the fact that it is one major corporation such as Warner Brothers that it will go around, like, I'm sure there are going to be some properties that will have higher priority, Like, if the game would be true, then honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to hear stuff like Harry Potter or Gandalf, Harry Potter or Dumbledore is going to be a game, or have some kind of Harry Potter representation. But other than that, I mean, the possibilities are very much endless. So ultimately, we'll just have to wait and see, first of all, if the rumors are true, and then we'll be concerned about which characters are going to be appearing in the game. Let's see, who else do we have? I honestly could see something like this happening, considering how Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl got a lot of my attention. Warner Brothers would want to have something similar to Smash Bros. Ultimate. Honestly, if this game happens, I do hope they will include characters like Ben 10 and Scooby-Doo as playable characters. Also, since Shaggy might be a playable character, is he going to be Ultra Instinct Shaggy? And Warner Brothers will embrace the meme even more than they already have. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's already enough that we do see Shaggy as a playable character amongst all the godforsaken characters in Scooby-Doo. But yeah, we still need to consider, like, how, again, we still need to wait and see if this game is real or not. All right, I think I'll read one more comment before we jump into the final one. Yeah, all right. Yeah. With all that has been shown at this moment, I am leaning towards this being true. Warner Brothers trying to block some of the pics could point to this actually being made, and it is certainly would make sense since Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon have already made their own Smash Bros. Games. If this is indeed real, expect the return of Ultra Instinct Shaggy meme. So yeah, apparently, like, there seems to be some interest for it, and a lot of people seem to believe that it is true, so only time will tell when Warner Brothers is going to reveal something about it, and if we are going to get a release date for what could most likely be next year. All right, so now with that said, it is now time that we are heading towards the grand finale, and we're going to be sticking to the theme of the Warner Brothers serververse, I guess we could officially call it, according to Space Jam: A New Legacy. And apparently during Halloween weekend, Adult Swim actually put out a brand new animated short that really got a lot of people's attention. And it's not every day that they would go and put out a one-time short or a pilot or whatever that would end up going really viral on the internet. Devon, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm not going to show all of it, but what I'm talking about is regarding Come and Learn with Pibby. Now, I'm not going to show you the entire animated short. It's about 2.5 minutes long, but I'll just give you a little taste of what this thing is all about.
I discovered whole other worlds that are nothing like mine.
Oh, you're gonna love it here.
And we're all under attack. What's that red water? I've never seen that before. Shh, quiet.
Quiet!
There's no superheroes left. We're the only ones who can save the universe.
But I'm just a sidekick.
And I'm a villain. Look, kid, do you really think we're going to save the universe with the power of love?
That's a great idea. We'll use the power of love.
So that's just, again, a taste of Come and Learn with Pibby. And basically the whole concept, the best way to go and describe this is if you take Disney's Epic Mickey, you take that game, but instead of Disney elements, you get a bunch of Warner Brothers cartoons from Hanna-Barbera, Looney Tunes, Cartoon Network, and all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing holding them back in terms of being dark, being twisted, and even being violent. Like, they're not afraid to go crazy and extreme with the type of imagery. And in fact, like, you probably see the one shot where, like, you saw Fred being completely corrupted, and then, like, a shot of all the different kinds of the different Cartoon Network characters that surround Fred. Like you see Porky, Bubbles, Dee Dee, Gumball, Craig, and several others, like all glitched out, corrupted, and has that major creepypasta vibe. So Devon, just want to know your opinion on seeing this cartoon.
Okay. I like the idea of it. I don't like that it's so dark and twisted. I'm not a fan of, I will say this right now. I don't like a lot of twisted, gory kind of movies. They gross me out. And truthfully, I was ready to barf when I watched it. I actually, because I don't like blood. And blood like makes me sick to my stomach the moment I see it. So for me, this was complete turn off. I could not get past it, and I love the idea of what it was doing. I just don't like the execution of it at all. And that's just me. I mean, I just can't watch it. I only watched, I think I did watch it, but I had to look away a lot, so I couldn't even watch it.
So is it really just the blood that that disgusts you from this whole thing?
Yeah, the blood was a huge turnoff, but also I just didn't like the look of it. I just couldn't get past it, and I applaud them greatly for doing this. I mean, it's for a good select amount of people. It's just not for me. I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get past it. I just had to turn away. So no, it's not for me at all.
Okay, fair enough. So it's just like the fact that you see that it feels like it's made for a completely different type of audience.
Yeah.
Okay, so but like but also just want to know, like, with the look of the series, like, considering that it does play with a wide variety of different styles, what is it that turns you off regarding the style of the show, of the cartoon?
I don't know if it's because it's dark. Like, I do like dark stuff. I'm not going to deny that. It's just I don't like the way, I didn't like that corrupt look. It looked disgusting to me. And I guess that's what the twisted part of it is. It's supposed to look gross. Again, I couldn't get past it. I just did not like the look of it. It's weird. Like, when it didn't have that black corrupt thing going through, which I know is supposed to be the joke. It's supposed to be the server trying to kill off all these characters. I get the point. I just don't like it. I didn't like it. I did not like the idea. It's so funny. Like, I've had movies where I get it, but I don't like it. I don't care. I get it. I just don't like it.
All right, fair enough. I will say, for me, considering that, well, I think it's safe to say we all know I'm a huge Epic Mickey fan. So watching something like this, it does have that element of familiarity where you do see the Epic Mickey parts, especially when it is like taking a whole bunch of classic cartoon characters, you mesh them all up together, and you're kind of in this dystopian, nearly post-apocalyptic type world because of this black, corrupted, evil goo that's taking over everything, and it's up to you to try to go and like save it or try to stop the evil black goo. So for me, there is that element of familiarity that I do enjoy. And I mean, I do understand how it's not like some of the dark imagery is not necessarily for everyone, especially with the whole creepypasta vibe that they're going in. Like, I'm sure for many people, they'll be uncomfortable seeing characters like Fred or Dee Dee or Finn, like, all corrupted and evil and messed up. Like there are even times when, like, it can be uncomfortable, especially like probably the Scooby-Doo scene, for example. Just back it up. Yeah, like, you do see, like, the characters are, like, corrupted, and their mouths, like, they widen up, like, to an ungodly amount, to the point that it makes it frightening. So, like, yeah, I do understand where it can be pretty uncomfortable at times, But then again, it's like, it's hard to really say then again, I would say like that's kind of the point, is that it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. You're supposed to feel creeped out about it. And I mean, I do get it. It's like, it's not something for everyone that they want to feel scared or that they feel uncomfortable or creeped out, especially when it is something that is involved with like classic characters that people fall in love with. I don't think everybody is cool with seeing Fred like doing his classic yabba dabba doo thing, like while he's sliding down to his death. Like, I kind of get that. But then again, I can also see the great appeal of it. And I can also see why there are so many people who absolutely adore watching this. And even when you do see in the comments of this video, there are already, this is the kind that it would rack up so many different comments. And it even got trending on YouTube during the weekend. And like, when you do look down at the comments, you'll even find some familiar names and some YouTube personalities that would put in their piece, and a lot of people that are asking for this to become a full-on series, like turn this into a legitimate series. People like Saber Sparks, Jax Blade, Valsky Bum, Alpha J, and several others. Like, you go down in the comments, you'll find a few familiar names, and they would all say the same, that they want to see this, they want to see this turn into a full-on animated series on Adult Swim, or even as a mini series. Like, people are already demanding that they want more of this.
And I get that. I totally get it. I'm, like I said, I get it. It's just not for me. I'm not really into, I don't like gory stuff, and I do like dark material. I like when, if it's gonna be dark, I don't want it to be gory dark. Like, I can't watch, like, okay, this is totally left field, but I remember my mom was obsessed with horror flicks. So around Halloween time in October, we'd always watch some horror flick almost every night when I was home, if I wasn't working. So, but I remember one time my friend let me borrow her Saw movies. And because we just knew, I remember I asked my mom, I'm like, can we turn it off? Like, I legit almost threw up because I can't watch movies that are so dark and gory that it makes me want to puke. I can't do it. And that's why I can't watch Quentin Tarantino either. Similar concept. Does some gory shit that I just can't handle it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. And I think that is mostly because of the factor of Adult Swim. And like with Adult Swim, they have a reputation of usually never holding back when it comes to gore and violence. Like, you would watch something like Robot Chicken or Adult Swim, and even a bit on Rick and Morty as well. Like, there's a high, like an unnatural amount of violence that's almost like a signature trait for Adult Swim. So it's not really that surprising that, of course, with Pibby as well, they would include that kind of violence as well, at least at some point.
Yeah, I totally understand. I totally understand that because I don't watch a lot of Adult Swim, partly because of my disgust with violence and gore. I just can't get past it at all. And I applaud people who do like it. And I do understand why people are interested in this and why it's gaining such a popularity and why people want more of it. I get it. I'm just not in that audience. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to accept that. I'm okay with that. So if this becomes a thing, well, awesome. I really applaud the people. They'll get exactly what they want. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And not to mention, by the way, just like a little bit of an Easter egg, but apparently later on, what's very interesting is that not only do they go into the Warner Brothers cartoons or the cartoons owned by Warner Brothers, but there are even some shots that they actually go into the realm of Nickelodeon. There's at one point where you see the site, just quickly back it up a little just to know where it is specifically, but there was at one point you see Pibby and the psychic boy they would actually go, hold on a sec, where is it? There was a moment where we see them, it's not here. Yeah, right here. We see them, they're on the bus, they're leaning towards each other, and the background, a lot of people are noticing that it's very reminiscent to Rocco's modern life, that apparently they found themselves in the Rocco world. And then even after, like straight afterwards, there was a shot, well, okay, after this corrupted, yeah, this one right here, where we see Pibby looking at herself in the sink, and it's pretty, like, it's obviously, like, the way that it is hand-painted and stuff, the backgrounds, it's SpongeBob. Like, they're in a, like, she's in a bathroom sink that is in the world of SpongeBob. So some people, so yeah, there are some people that are wondering, like, if this does expand into an actual series, will they go into the realm of Nickelodeon, or will we legitimately see Nickelodeon characters like Rocco and SpongeBob?
Well, maybe. I guess it's a we'll see thing. I mean, like I said, I think it would be awesome if for these people to get exactly what they want, an interesting, gory take on basically Warner Brothers, possibly / Nickelodeon characters. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, who knows? And I mean, this is the first, this is the first time that we have seen an Adult Swim cartoon, like a one-off Adult Swim cartoon, being this popular since Smiling Friends. And Smiling Friends got massively viral around the internet, to the point where Adult Swim is actually going to be turning this into a legitimate animated series. And now a lot of people are very much excited to see that one. And I think with the amount of popularity that is with this series in particular, especially with a lot of prominent YouTube personalities that are hyped up and are very excited to see how this is going to be, I think ultimately, I can imagine in the near future, Adult Swim will turn this into an actual series. So I think only time will tell when they're going to go and do so, but I feel like with the amount of attention and popularity that Pibby is getting, I feel like it could be very likely that we'll be seeing this into a full series soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say they would be really stupid if they didn't take opportunity. I mean, it's seriously, it's trending. I have heard about it, and I was like, you know, it's Adult Swim. I'm not sure if I'm interested in watching it. I only watched it because of your freaking podcast. Otherwise, I would have totally avoided it.
Yes, of course. So, I guess ultimately we will have to wait and see, but so far it seems like the attention for Pibby is massively high to the point that it got trending on YouTube. All right, so with that said, I would like to go into the chat wall, and I would like to ask you all, what do you think of Come and Learn with Pibby? Are you guys interested in seeing this as a full-on animated series? Are you guys a little bit more like Devon and you would rather give it a pass? Let me know what you all think on this. Let's see. I grew obsessed with this short that I watched this over and over again, even put in a like and a comment in the video. The concept looks great, and the sounds and animations are amazing. I was actually hoping that Adult Swim might actually make this into a full-on series. Even Saberspark, Valsky Bum, and Alpha J Show was really loving this as well. And plot twist, and spoiler alert, Black Glitchy Goo is Zalgo taking over the cartoon community. Look it up if you don't know who it is. Zalgo? Hold on a sec. I don't know who, I don't think I'm that familiar with Zalgo. Just want to double check. Zalgo is a creepypasta.
See, I never got into the creepypasta thing.
Is that what it is now? It's a whole creepypasta story.
Okay. See, again, I wasn't into the creepypasta scene. I was like avoiding it like the plague. So that makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, this is the crossover I did not expect. Pibby is almost every Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network cartoon character trying to survive this glitchy apocalypse while traveling the various locations from Cartoon Network and possibly Nickelodeon shows. What more can we expect from this craziness? Hopes are high that this would become a full series. We'll see, man. Let's see now. I don't know if this is a short or a potential series, but I want this to be a thing. I suppose it's wishful thinking, but I hope it gets made. Devon, I don't think it was really bloody as much as Bendy-esque twisted. Honestly, this is something Disney couldn't do because of their family branding. They could never kill off their characters, and adult animation that isn't comedy / slice of life, but horror. Yeah, true. This is more of a horror-oriented adult animated series. I guess we could put it on a category. I have seen a lot of people been excited for Pibby, but honestly, I just don't feel for this. I'm not sure if it's either because this is being too bleak and uncomfortable for me. The concept is not really grabbing me. The whole evil thing that corrupts cute characters idea, which I have seen in too many crappy creepypastas, or a combination of all the reasons above. If you are excited for this, then good for you, but I'm just not looking forward to this. I mean, it is true that he does have a point. I mean, we are in an age where there's like way too many of these like, oh, seemingly cute, but it's actually evil and corrupted. Like ever since like Five Nights at Freddy's, there's been like a crap ton of these things, like especially in gaming with stuff like Bendy, and then like just recently there's another one that just came out with what is it, Poppy Playtime or something like that. Like that's like, yeah, brace yourself on social media to see a lot of those Poppy Playtime, because that is becoming stupidly popular. Let's see now. What other comments do we have? Pibby looks like it has the potential to become a huge hit for Adult Swim. It looks like a zombie show where many beloved Warner Brothers characters are being infected by an unknown virus, and it's up to the main character to stop it. I do get the Epic Mickey comparison, but it looks like a zombie show to me.
Damn, that's probably why.
What?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Anyways. Hold on. I would be down to see if they make a TV series out of it, so I hope it does look well on its own. Okay, what's up, Devon?
Okay, I never told you this, but I really have a bad fear of zombies. I can't watch a lot of things with zombies in them. That
really?
Makes sense. I can't. Nope. I can't watch zombie movies. I don't like the idea of them at all. I've never watched Walking Dead because of it. I have a bad fear of zombies. So that might be another reason why. Didn't occur to me until they said that. I'm like, damn it, that makes sense now. It's getting into my fears that I just don't want to get into. But yeah, I really don't like zombies.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Now that is fascinating, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, with the way that you've been telling me, it was like, oh, you're just a chicken over certain things, and yet you're telling me like you got an irrational fear of zombies?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
Just the look on your face alone is giving me the creeps.
I'm just saying, I got new arsenal for me. So if ever you come at me with whatever crap, then like I always got to come back.
Damn it!
All right, I'll read one more comment before we go. Let's see, what do we have here? This looks really interesting. I definitely really like the concept of this, and I would love to see this become a series. I definitely do get some Epic Mickey vibes, although this does make Epic Mickey look tame by comparison. Also, I find it hilarious because this seems like a better Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe than the actual Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. I'm just saying, if you want a better Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe, just watch Jellystone. That show is hilarious. All right, but I think with that said and done, that should do it for this episode of AniMat's Crazy Cartoon Cast. Devon, thank you so much for joining me on such short notice. Like, you really did help make this a really fun show. Like, even with like our bantering and stuff like that, like it definitely came out a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I gotta hand it to you. I came through.
Of course, yeah, you gotta end off with one freaking hand pun, don't you?
Yep.
At that point, any other additional comments you want to make about freaking Chris Pratt as Garfield?
No.
All right. So I think
we're zombies, so.
All right, so I think with all that said and done, join me next time on the next episode where we are going to have a lot more crazy adventures on AniMat's Crazy Cartoon Cast. So I would like to say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, see you later, dudes. Yeah, you can say bye, you know.
Bye.